Yo, this video brought to you by Clippers on Martin Luther King Avenue in Inglewood. Come on down and get your hair did. They do it tight and right. That's Clippers on MLK. G. Aw, the ghetto. You know it when you see it. It's the parts of California where you don't want to go, if you can help it. You just might say lots of places in the Golden State are straight ghetto fabulous. The goal today is to highlight the cities in California that are the most ghetto of them all. How did we do it? We measure the things most ghettos have. You know, where people are broke, where lots of people ain't got a job, and where crime is sky high. We even measured barbershops and check cashing convenience stores. Let's do this.
Shall we begin?
Our first stop on the Ghetto Fabulous journey through California starts in Oasis, located way out south of Indio in the Riverside County Desert. You probably haven't heard of Oasis before, but trust us, this place is straight ghetto. First off, the high school graduation rate here is about 22%, which means only 1 in 4 people thought going to school was cool, and crime is the 10th worst in the state. So if you decide to make this a vacation spot, you're gonna have a bad time. If you took the 5 downtown from LA, after you smoked half a joint, you'd come to Commerce, a really ghetto city that's probably considered East LA. You know when you get there when you see a car up on blocks. Commerce ranks 20th for drugstores, 5th for crime, and only half the population even has a high school degree. If you grow up in Commerce, there's a decent chance you'd spend more time in jail than you do in math class. Almost half the income generated by the city of Commerce comes from a casino in town. Problem is, just about everyone who lives here can't afford to gamble, but they do anyways. And we'll never be royals. About halfway between Modesto and Sacramento along the 5 is the real ghetto city of Stockton, which is truly ghetto fab. Stockton has the 2nd highest crime rate in California and the 7th most car thefts in the entire country. Forbes magazine called Stockton the most miserable place in the country. And a few years back, the city filed for bankruptcy. But at least they have some culture here. After all, Stockton has its own symphony. Continuing our ghetto tour of California, we come to Westmont, in the part of Los Angeles that's most commonly referred to as South Central. This is where they be hood hollerin'. The LA Times called this the deadliest part of LA County, and crime here is the highest in the entire state. You just might say Westmont sits right in the middle of Death Alley, and this part of the 323 between Inglewood and Compton is the center of the ghetto triangle in the entire state. Westmont ranks 3rd in the state for ghetto hair joints, so there's no shortage of hot combs, weaves, and wigs here. If you took your lowered 85 Oldsmobile up the highway from Oakland, before you even finished that 40, you'd be in Richmond. And you'd be scared. Richmond is 8th for lottery ticket sales, 29th for crime, and 4th for barbershops and nail salons per capita in California. Shit, girl, look at that dude. The city of Richmond actually pays residents who are at risk $1,000 a month if they stay out of trouble. That's just sad. Cruising down the street in my 6'4", jocking the freaks, clocking the dough. Welcome to San Bernardino, California, the 5th most ghetto place in the entire state. While some cities like Compton are actually seeing their crime get better, San Bernardino's crime is getting worse by the day, G. San Bernardino ranks 9th in crime and 5th in the state for liquor store check cashing places. This place was actually a decent place to raise kids, but the economy started to stink in the 80s and the ghetto of LA spilled in. Now, San Bernardino is a place for lots of people with no aspiration to succeed in life. It's the hard knock life for us. It's the hard knock life for us. Instead of treated, we get tricked. Instead of kisses, we get kicked. It's the hard knock life. Continuing our ghetto fabulous tour of California, we come to Compton, one of the most famous ghettos of all time. Compton ranks in the top 20 in California for crime, convenience stores, check cashing centers, and barbershops. You know Compton well from pop culture. NWA and DJ Quick were 2 popular artists who talked about living in this true inner city ghetto. Compton's the type of place where you're not sure if those are fireworks or gunshots. Other signs you're from Compton: the local subway is behind glass. They lock up the Tide at your Walmart. This was what you got paddled with as a kid. And there's a DNA testing truck on your block. But at least there's some ghetto booties in Compton, so you can pull up quick and get with them. Right smack dab in the middle of Orange County is the real ghetto city of Anaheim, which ranks in the top 20 in the state for crime, car thefts, and lottery ticket sales. That's some real ghetto fabulous commitment. Have you ever made a wrong turn near Disneyland and thought your car might get jacked? Welcome to the club. In Anaheim, you might get iced for wearing the wrong hat in the wrong neighborhood, so you better play it safe if you want to stay out of trouble. Just down the road from Sacramento on the long, dusty Route 99 in Central California is Modesto, where it's a pretty even split between black, white, and Mexican ghetto people. Modesto is the top city in the country for car thefts, and there's an estimated 10,000 gangbangers living here. People from Modesto wear baggy pants to church, so you know they wear baggy pants when they go to work. And where's the most ghetto city in California? That would be Oakland, hands down. One of the only cities in NoCal to make the list. You can bet that just about everyone in O-Town is at least a quarter ghetto. Oakland ranks 23rd for crime, 4th for convenience stores, and is 9th for unemployment. When you're in the East Bay, some parts might look like one big ghetto. But you can tell who's from Oakland though. They're the ones with the 40, the pistol, the beat-up car, and a pit bull. You know people in Oakland are territorial too, so you better not mess around, or you might meet Ice Cube's little brother, Crushed Ice. If you live in Oakland or any of the other cities we mentioned, you live in Ghetto Central. Congratulations. I live in the hood, but I like it that way. I do what I want, and I do it my way. No job, don't care. Come to my house and you might get scared. Boo!